Итак, мы продолжаем. Я уже доехал до этого завода. Сейчас будем кого-то искать.
LAPD detectives, ma'am. We need to speak to someone in charge.
I see. Well, duty manager for today is Mr. Rasick. You should find him in his office.
As the cannibals finished off eating the clown, one said, "Did that taste funny to you?"
I said, if you're a producer, then I'm Lana Turner, Jack.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
Интересно, где?
Goddamn Harry thinks he can get fresh whenever he pleases.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Наверное, там. А вон он.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70, yeah. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
How many guys know how to make that change?
All you need is a screwdriver and a wrench. Anybody could pull it apart and put it back.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then.
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Нихуя не угадал. Да что ж такое-то?
There, around a dozen of them. The housing business is going crazy at the moment.
This is a long shot. We are not going to roust that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Ooh, I wish I could afford that.
Вот же, блин.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if
This
any of the
town is
following
going
names have a
straight to
previous
hell.
criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Kuttner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, Charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady. Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Ага. Так, стоп. Я хотел пообщаться.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Опа-на.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
Эссе анархиста, бля. Ебать.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
А, ёптать. Еще открыть же. Да подожди ты. Я еще не открыл. Да ёб твою мать. Надеюсь, ты читать все не будешь. Что-то походу это надо. Ладно. Ух, ё.
Doesn't tell me anything.
Плоскогубцы.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
Понятно. Ну, надо открывать, что поделаешь. А вдруг там какая-нибудь записка будет в одной из книжечек. Все возможно.
Ryan wants the world to be a better place, don't we all?
Все. Почитал. Ну тут больше ничего. И где-то третий еще должен быть.
Our company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
А, блядь. Ну подожди, ты опять открыть надо.
Varley has a problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Так, значит,
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
ну, значит, Варли.
I thought this was such a nice area.
Мне нужен Варли, скорее всего. Ну, по логике вещей, если там москитная сетка есть. А чё она сама? А, типа, если я не угадаю еще чей-то дом сгорит, что ли? Вот это прикольно. Давай, Варли.
Varley's on the run. He might be packing heat. He's wanted for murder. I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. No, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel. LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Опа. Бежим, бежим, бежим. Ай, блядь, убежал. Ладно, догоним. Сейчас приблизимся. Мне нужна длинная прямая. Да и куда ты?
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Опа.
Stop or I will shoot!
Так, этого pоймали.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you. Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, you're a guest of the scene.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Так, сейчас надо глянуть на улики. Ебать, улик. Так, Райан. Мэтью Райан, да? А тут был как раз Варли. Значит, мне надо Райана искать. Мэтью Райана. Отлично. Мэтью Райан. Ага. Ну, поехали. Ну а чё уже? Ладно.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Well, just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Чё опять
Hold it, Ryan.
съебётся?
I said,
Да еб твою мать. Йо. А это танк уже.
those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the bear.
Куда ж тебя понесло-то, родненький?
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. Don't go to sleep on me. Get it close. Lay into his wheel.
Стреляю же.
I'll go for the tires. That ought to slow the son of a
Ёб
bitch
твою
down.
мать.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Running
Да
don't
идите
mean
вы.
nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Да уж, это будет тяжко.
Get in close and steer him off the car.
Jesus, what is he doing?
Оу,
Tramp! Oh, Jesus!
ох, опять они это сделали.
Put your hands in the air.
Любят они машины под трамвай отправлять.
Scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Так. Что дальше делаем? Иди, твою мать, еще этого проверить надо. Ой, ну поехали.
KGPL to any central unit. Meet the officer. A hit-run felony at 6th and Alvarado. Any unit able to handle code 2 identify.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You know Reginald Barley?
No? Can't say I do.
You have a real viper's nest at Insta-Heat, don't you? Arsonists, murderers, communists.
What's that got to do with me? You can't prove I'm behind all that.
Так. Ну, наверное, это.
Look, I've been cooperative. How about letting me get back to work?
Ну, не угадал, ладно.
You were licensed and worked for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
You did 4 years for burning down a house in Westwood. What are you doing working as a gas fitter?
I did my time for that.
Блядь, да что ж так.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No, don't know the name.
Блядь, что ж ему
You and Ryan are
придумали?
fifth columnists.
And how do you figure that, wise guy? What proof do you have? Been following me to meetings?
We found a pamphlet in your locker, Clemens. We can add your name to the register. HUAC might want to interview you.
That shit was from Ryan. He's always pushing that shit on people. Drives me nuts. He's got it in for the company.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Ну
We have 2
ладно.
suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station and close this case.
Ну, хотя бы один ответил, я правильно. Ну, теперь поехали в отделение допрашивать этих 2 идиотов.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Вот суки.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Так.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Last chance, Ryan. You level with me or I'm sending you to the DA. A conviction for sedition and murder will do wonders for his re-election campaign.
Nice try. But I got nothing to lose.
Бля, не угадал.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Блять, ну это он пиздит.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Бля, и что я ему могу предъявить? Дом Сойеров. Райан Стефан. Сука. Давай тебе.
Looks like you're the one who needs advice on how to do his job.
Блять, опять не угадал.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Ну тут сомнений надо.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Ура, я хоть что-то правильно ответил.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
А, блять, досье ж надо было.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead. I think Ryan is our man.
Где
But
вторая?
procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
Где вторая-то?
Beat her up so bad. When I found him, he turned the favor.
Нет здесь.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Top of my class back east. Now I'm waiting tables.
That's him, the dirty cop. I hope his wife takes him for all he's worth.
Так, ну это первая. А где вторая-то?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Maybe the man from Michigan will have something to say to us.
Блять, где указатели? Ревью рум 2. А, вот. Блять.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
So you're denying you worked on the house?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that I don't remember every single detail of every place I worked.
Бля, опять не угадал.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
Give me something, Farley, or I'll put it all on you.
Hey, look, I could try to pin this on one of the other guys, but I'd just be making something up.
We're done for now.
So what happens?
You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
Да ёб твою мать. Опять начинается. Ну, сука.
I don't care. I don't go in for letting gangsters
I have two suspects. Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Farley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
I'm out of here. Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Так, ну давай, что мы знаем.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Так.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
You were charged with attempted murder, Brian.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it.
What would you do? Which company?
Hephaestos water heater company.
Так, это правильно. Что ж мне здесь-то сделать?
So you want to change the world, Brian?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ну, давай попробуем. Давай посмотрим, что можем предложить.
You delusional detective. What campaign?
Вот это, наверное.
Locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestos.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestos?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
Так, это я тоже угадал. Так, с тобой что делать?
How to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Так, ну если ложь.
To do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Нет, надо знать все-таки сомнения.
You expect me to believe that, Ryan? I could do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
Блять, не угадал, ладно. Так, пока закончить допрос.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
I'm out of here.
I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Why are you lying to me, Barley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there. Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him though, because he still wouldn't sell.
Ага.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an Insta-Heat Model 7 be?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. Out of your mind?
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
А тут надо, походу, показания, что они вместе.
Some kind of psycho for hire? It's not true.
Ну, не угадал.
We're done for now.
Ладно.
So what happens? You're either going back to Detroit to face a murder rap, or you're staying here to answer for these arsons.
This bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my staff.
Так что пошли, этому сейчас предъявим.
Canary says he'll sing. I guarantee he'll walk.
И закроем это дело.
Matthew Ryan, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons, and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
You're putting an innocent man away here. You hear me? I didn't set any fires. I didn't kill that family.
Phelps, what you did to your wife and kids was un-American.
My wife threw me out.
Did I ask for your opinion? You're here to listen to mine. What I was going to say, before I was interrupted, was you did a good job on the Stephen Sawyer case. We don't often get results in arson, so well done.
What about me? Do I get a little stamp on my hand or a lollipop or something?
What you get is another case. A bad one, unfortunately.
Итак, мы закрыли 15-е дело из 21. Так что плавно переходим к 16-му.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We have a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Опаньки, отсылочка на Heavy Rain.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Coroner says it's going to take at least a week to get an ID.
Мастера оригами будем искать.
The best we could do for policemen in the city?
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Ну, поехали потихоньку.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Vic?
Okay, fuck it. Forget I.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. The developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any available units
Shame
meet the
about Chuck.
officer 211
Got some
Justin
customers
Curran.
trying to nail that
253 Main Street. Units to
You're still in custody.
Want to bet? Fella kicked the moose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches. Safe in a tank with you driving.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs. Do you have a name? Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family. Okay. Anything else? Be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Ёптать. Ужас-то какой.
Do your job, Phelps. Let me do mine.
What are we doing?
Prayer effect is from the fire. Muscles and tendons contract.
Кошмар.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Да уж.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
But what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. Probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
Might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Фу, бля.
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating the pigs.
Ёб твою. Так, смотрим. Тут еще что-то есть? Конечно. Что-то еще есть. Вопрос, что искать? А вниз мы можем спуститься? Можем. А что мы тут можем найти интересного? Ну да, сатиры, конечно. Мне не сильно интересно. Но надо все осмотреть. Ну, молоточек. Это тоже не сильно интересно. Так, ну и последняя дверь. Вроде как. Ладно, внизу ничего. Ну, может, только на полке здесь. Но вроде нет. Ладно. Все, подвал мы обшмонали. Так, а тут что? Фонарик. Нахуй фонарик. Ага.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Ну тут внутри-то особо нечего, да? А, не, во. А, ну, это я уже видел. А повернуть уже нельзя, да? Так, смотрим. Да. Ну ладно. А, просто выйти надо. Ну, логично.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. Things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Наверное.
Then what happened?
It was like Pearl Harbor with bits of the house raining down. Blew out all of our windows to face the place.
I'll have a patrolman come by and take your statement. Hopefully you'll be a little bit more cooperative with him.
Come on, kid. I'm doing my best here. You were talking about the competition, right? Catalina Island? I've got one of the flyers in the kitchen if you're interested.
You smoke heavily, Mr. Foreman?
No. I never touched tobacco. Why do you ask? What the hell? Those aren't mine.
Any luck, Cole?
Couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Мистер Оригами.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
А давай-ка раскроем.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
What?
For Elysian Fields developments.
Угу.
Oh, I see you already have it.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Угу. Ну давай звонить, спрашивать, где эти товарищи обитают.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads in the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Значит, в ранчо поедем, но уже в следующей серии.